Yo, 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 King Earner live and direct. I definitely want to say this. I feel great. I feel great because I'm learning that certain parts of social media is no need to mention never mind by me. At the end of the day, the way I carry it, the message is going to be heard because the impact is so hard. Now, listen, I wanted to say this is to everyone. When I speak of individuals recording and doing things and trying to get money and it's not helping out, I'm not speaking of everyone. There's a lot of individuals in Philadelphia that have programs that don't look for the fame from their program. And I'm telling you, there's a lot. I want to say this. It's the individuals, the ones you know nothing about, the ones that's claiming to be from your community that you don't even know, no one knows their first and their last name. Now, one would say, King Erna, what would that mean? Because these individuals are trying to help out. I would say to you and them, BS. They're not trying to help out. You cannot help out or be a part of unifying anything if you are not okay with individuals knowing who you are 100%. Not 85, not 99, 100%. See, what ends up happening is people are going to reach out to you. People are going to want to meet up with you. You're going to be invited to different things where you can't be that number one poster boy. You can't be the individual that everybody is saying, oh, look at this person. There's going to be other great individuals that's doing great things. Now, me, I'll be the first to admit, me being an ex-felon, I just went ahead and reached out to the schools. Well, number one, Camelot, one of the worst schools in Philadelphia at a time because it was Boone. And, I went there when I was younger. A lot of my friends went there. It was the roughest school. And guess what? I walked in there and the teachers and the staff there can tell you that, man, listen, hands-on program and everything. King Ernie ain't had to do none of that. Any type of disruptions, the children corrected it for me. I never had to speak out to these youths. I've done this for a year straight for free. The next year, they said, King Erna, you got to get transportation. You have a family. I said, listen, don't pay me $1,000,000. They said, we're going to give you $75 an hour. The next year, they gave me $150 an hour. Of course, those hours wasn't long, drawn out hours a day. But I got a chance to work with Mr. Simmons at Bernie, the old Bernie School, Lenny Charter, and other individuals across the world. It was so fun, but I don't want to boast on this. I want to say this. I want for individuals to understand that I'm going to create something. I'm creating something, all ex-felons. So I'm telling all ex-felons now, I need for you to contact King Erner 08 at gmail.com. Now, I want to speak on Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, George Jackson, individuals, Huey Newton, individuals who had power, who had strength, but there was an individual that's always around these individuals that either bring them down, responsible for bringing the media out, and always taking the initiative for free to help these individuals out. They created their own bankroll. Now, in these times, we understand the community definitely got to help out. But what are they going to help out to? I don't want to take any money if my money can't show directly where it's going at from the rip. Okay, so the community give me 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. I want them to see who my treasurer is. I don't want to take the funds unless, it's a what can I say, a nonprofit organization like, I think, what is it, Nomad? I'm not the guy, Rick, he has it in the city. Beautiful organization. Beautiful organization because it's organized and you see it vividly from the social media, things being done. I don't want to hear about anyone who posts anything and gets crowds of individuals to get them on microphones or anything. And this is not into any particular individual. It's to myself also. But I'm talking about the ones who are going to hear this message and still go in error. The ones who are going to say, let's set up this date. I'm going to go down here. I need the cameraman on me. I talk for 20 minutes. And that's it. I post it. And you get your glorification. You get your honors from the people. The same thing as like in our religion in Islam. We believe that if you do a good deed to show the people, you get your reward from the people. I'm not saying that individuals that are at events and doing things and having other individuals that do it on their own without a performance. You know, if I give someone a phone and I say, listen, when I get on stage, get me, that's of dishonor. You're performing. I mean, you're going to talk to a different prestige. You're going to do everything different. You're even going to dress different. You know, this is how we're going to do it. I've done it myself, but I've done it not understanding, not knowing, because guess what? I'm an ex-felon. I don't have the knowledge everyone has. I'm like Malcolm X, except I don't have the extreme intelligence like Malcolm X. I don't have the extreme power like Malcolm X. You see, you got to start understanding that in order to be an individual in this time to carry it like a Malcolm X, is going to be more than 1 million men that have to support that man, because that one man honored millions of people by himself alone and with his words alone. We got to start respecting what came before us. When we follow their protocol, we'll get some things to happen, because guess what? They got honorable things to happen. And it worked. It worked. They unified. The government separate. The police separate. The same police, the same detectives, the same agents that brought down the people before us, the ones that knew what they were doing, they had the strength, had the power, will bring us down in our community. Because what happens? An individual does something that he's not supposed to do. Police catch up with him and kill him. Or they throw extra charges, they do extra things. We just can't touch them right now. We can't trust them on no level. The reason why we can't trust them on no level is because guess what? They don't trust us. How can we trust them when they don't trust our children? When some of these young children just don't have something to eat, why isn't there any programs that are in place? Except for the one I seen, like I said, with the guy Rick. I don't know no other programs, and I know it's other programs where individuals are helping out and doing it their way, like how Meek does it. I don't see him 100 posts, then post to entertainment, 100 posts on reform bill, and then I don't see him do that. I can't lie. Y'all hate us. He's doing good work, getting people out of jail. You don't see Kim Kardashian throwing it all over everywhere. Yeah, they get their media, but they're not in gold. Somebody's going to say, oh, they have millions of dollars. Well, you have millions of dollars of honor in your community where people love and respect you. It's time for us to step up in a correct manner, because the way we've all been doing it, it is not working. If it was working, can I ask you a question? Why is the murder rate so high? We got to retrack. We got to reprogram. If you're going to go downtown for some bread, make sure you got your program already rolling and they can see that you've done something correct. Don't just go down there because you got your paperwork and everything in good and still it's stealing. It's stealing, right? So we don't got to get into, hey, man, you know, What's that money for? Because we know what the money is used for by many individuals worldwide. And I'm not going to sit up here and say who is doing the correct thing with the money. You know why? I don't know. And I can't reach into these people's hearts nor their bank accounts to make up things. But I'm going to say this. We got one program in a city that's doing things. We all got to start figuring out how to do things. And there's other programs, but I'm talking about the ones that come from what we come from. The ex-felons. How can a guy, an individual who is, what can I say, a great civilian, how can a great civilian speak on anything in the community or help with anything in the community if they wasn't at least a part of that community? We can't have a guy from East Jablip saying, hey, this is how we should go here. How do you know when you never was here? Then most of them, what they want to do, they want to ridicule and talk bad and talk down to these kids. Yeah, this kid looks like this. Oh, why did he do that? Well, maybe because that kid grew up in a dysfunctional home like you did. So the things that you done in the way that you done them, guess what? Everyone cannot go in that, hey, my mother and father, I had a functional home, and I know to go to work, and I know to do good, have legal money and do this. No. If you grew up in poverty, a lot of them didn't see that. And when they did see it, they didn't get an understanding because the people that were their role models didn't give them no clear understanding and action. Action. Let's get some understanding going on. Why are these children acting up? They have no knowledge of doing anything good, but you want to force on them because they're 16 and 17 and 18 and 21 years of age doing crime. Oh, that he or she should know better. Why? Did you give them the manual? I mean, they come from a school that teaches them Thanksgiving is a holiday. When Thanksgiving means, honestly, thanks for giving us your whole land and your family and everything and your resources and your minerals, and the hell with you because we robbed you. Yes, they took from us already. So I'm going to say, the Indians. We are the Indians, you idiots. Let's start getting some understanding. Let's start getting some men standing up and teaching some literature. Because the same children you're ridiculing, they was taught those lies. And guess what? Unintentionally by their parents, because of what happened to their parents and their parents and their parents and their ancestors. These are the things that happen. But you guys are going to do what? Continue to point the finger like all of you guys are special. When most of you was what? Everything that every felon that might have been. Whether it was a drug addict, a thief, a robber, a killer, a stealer, a dealer. You give me an understanding of what's the difference in these times. Because all of them have a part of what? Crime. And crime does what? Bring down our community. We got to start sticking together those of honor, people that have some brains and sense that's not on the other side. We need civilians to be on our side and say, damn, King Garner just said something that made sense. From the age of birth, this child been seeing negative things, and you want them by the age of 21 years old to say, hey, I know it all. No, they got to go through some bumps and bruises. And guess what? That's why you see this world, the entertainment world. What do you see? Coming straight out of Philadelphia. You see your Meek Mills, huh? You see guys who said, damn, you know what? I got to understand it. You see your Leak Moss, who got a beautiful, beautiful mixtape that you guys are missing to attach with the image of how we look. Y'all think how we look defines crooks and negatives and things of that nature. No. The good book. It gives you understanding of what's going on in our community and what needs to be done to change it. I'm King Erner from the Honor Your Life campaign. I'm going to continue to restore the honor here in Philadelphia. You know why? Because them same people y'all talking down, they see me. And when they don't have, it's like I don't have. So I don't have no problem with giving. But when you see them, they don't have, makes you feel bigger, better, and more superior. We got to come with a different look at things. And the civilians going to have to understand that a lot of these kids just don't understand. Don't go yelling and screaming at them, because if they do get some drugs in their system, they might turn on you. Let's try to figure out how to talk to them. Hey, man, what's going on? You didn't eat nothing? Hold on, I'm going to get you a hot plate, man. Yeah, Grandma, I know. You might have stopped by your grandmother, crib the whole neighborhood. Hold on, listen. Yeah, I know, Grandma, but listen, get him a little plate. Now he may be able to come to your grandmother and say, Miss So-and-so, I'm being mistreated at home. Help me. Some of these parents that are going through the struggle, that grew up on drugs, they don't have a problem with really turning their children over to some help, because a lot of them love their children and they want help for them. But how can they bring them to you to help when you just want them in prison, when you don't understand their ideology? You're not trying to. Stay tuned in. It's going to be one more day of this, and then we're going to get back to restoring the honor worldwide. You know, that honor snatch that I'm doing, that you guys didn't have an understanding of, that the world, parents, mothers pull over daily. Hey, talk to my son, talk to my daughter. Your impact is only your fame if you can't honor the people behind closed door without saying, hey, it's me, I done it. Supergirl, you turn into Superman. Superman, you turn into Supergirl. You're all a bunch of Batman kittens, man. King of the live and direct.